got the shot. I got it. Oh, it hurts. I am here with, we didn't do the good day, dear people. So today I'm here with Charlie in his garden. Charlie is a colleague and friend of mine, and told me the other day that he got mice in his garden. So inevitably we are here trying to photograph said mice. 3 or 4 days ago we set up some camera traps.
Wednesday last week, wasn't it? Wednesday
last week, and today is Monday. Just to see what sort of activity he's got going in this classic little urban garden. We got one down the end on the bird table to hopefully try and capture any foxes or anything that come by, and the other one is set up where the mice are most active. So it should be a nice, fingers crossed, it should be a nice easy one today, because the plan is to check the camera traps, see what we've got, and then set up and just wait.
Well, I should know how to do this.
You should know how to do this.
Let's not say which camera shop I work for. So it moved in that one. Number 17.
Can you see anything?
Not really, but there's something there. No, look. Honestly, right?
Yeah, there is something there.
Something there.
Number 17. How many have you got to check through?
361.
What was that?
361.
361. Yeah. You know, it's kind of nice when you do this so often, and you see someone else going through the joys and stresses of the same things that you've gone through.
I can't see enough of it. 361's a lot, isn't it?
361 is a lot. As it turns out, the mice were incredibly active. During the first night, in just a 12-hour period, they managed to trigger the trail camera 77 times. Charlie previously thought he had a pair living in the garden, and it wasn't long before that theory looked to be proven, with 2 mice being captured in the same shot. But after looking through all 361 clips, we found this clip showing a rather adventurous third mouse scaling the great heights of the compost bag next to the shed. The footage mainly showed them venturing out to hoover up insects lurking in and around the small stones, before darting back to safety. And as the sun rose on the first morning, the reason for their nervous disposition became clear. This cat appeared several times over the next couple of days, each time only managing to muster up a curious bop of the paw at the place where the mice usually were. Though whilst Charlie worked his way through the 361 clips to find all of this activity, I decided to check the other trail cam meant for bigger animals like foxes. Unfortunately, it seemed to have developed some kind of fault. Though we weren't too disappointed with that, because with all of this activity, we were still confident of getting something from the day. So in theory, the mice have been coming out the bottom of here because that's where Charlie's seen them. So I'm going to try and set up down the garden with my 500mm. The thing that I need to make sure I've got is a nice line of sight to this bit. So without moving too much, I'm going to gently move some of the bags. And make sure that I've got as clear line of sight as possible. I'm not going to be going indoors, hence why I've got my little coffee, so I don't have to go in and...
Got a blanket if you want to lie on that.
Mate, hold that thought.
Okay. Wow! I can't even touch it either, can I, really?
So, small side note, this map was made by an incredibly talented photographer friend of mine, and I do actually go into detail about why I was so excited to have it in another video. But as is so often the case with my videos, it didn't entirely go to plan, so it's still being filmed. But until then, feel free to check out her amazing work in the link below. Look at that! Look at that! That's so cool! Into this. Yeah, so now, in theory, I can lay down here and hopefully get some undisturbed little mouse shots. That's the plan, anyway.
That's the plan.
With hopes high, we set up in our chosen spot and prepared for the long wait that is almost guaranteed with wildlife photography. However, to our surprise, almost exactly as we finished setting up, we caught sight of a tiny pair of eyes staring at us from under the small shed. We carefully got our cameras lined up using whatever we could to steady the shot, and began to capture these inquisitive and charismatic little creatures as they nervously creeped out in search of food, seemingly with one eye fixed on the 2 humans staring back at them. When taking photos of wildlife, I've always found that you get much better results if you work with the subject rather than trying to force some sort of preconceived artistic vision. What I mean by this is trying to photograph it in a way that either encapsulates or best suits the animal at the time. This could be an aspect of its physical appearance, behaviour, or even just its surroundings. As we were photographing the mice under the small shed, something caught my eye on the other side of the garden, and it turned out to be a great example of this. Mice are very cute and dainty and often found in and around homes and gardens. So with that in mind, when I spotted a curious mouse raise its tiny feet to the rim of a pot and peek inside, I instantly knew that was the shot I wanted. All that was left to do now was to try and encourage them back to that same spot to hopefully increase our chances of getting the shot. And then it was just a case of waiting. So I've been trying to get some low level, really thin depth of field shots, and it's a lot trickier than first thought, because the eyes are sort of halfway down the head, so when you're using autofocus it picks up the nose first, and so you have to manual focus it, and they're not the most methodically moving creatures. Quite erratic, and any amount of smooth tracking or focusing of the mouse as it's moving feels like a massive victory. But I think a little bit of persistence is starting to pay off. Got the shot! I got it! Oh, it hurts. How long have we been here, Charlie?
All day.
Oh, man.
Since 10:30?
I'm starting to feel old. I mean, I know I'm not old, but I am starting to feel old. Oh.
6 hours, I think it.
6 hours laying down
6
on your Oh, the ribs hurt, man. It's worth it, though. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Leo and Stephanie. There he is.
There he is.
There's Stephanie.
So, Charlie and his girlfriend named them Leo and Stephanie. I'm saying nothing on this matter. I'll leave that to the comments. but after we spent the day with Leo and Stephanie, how are you feeling about diving into the world of wildlife photography? But you doing it?
I reckon I might do. My.
See, people, it's addictive.
Easy.
We all know this, but it's addictive. Spending time with wildlife and photographing it, or one or the other, is just, oh.
You don't even have to leave your own house.
Well, you don't.
Well, I don't. But no, all day technically.
Oh dear. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.